So you need to make a payment, a tax payment to the IRS. Stay tuned because I'm going to share my screen with you and walk you through step by step how to make a payment to the IRS on the IRS website. Okay, first thing we're going to do is open a browser. We're going to go to irs.gov. We will click on Pay on the top navigation. We will select direct pay with bank account. You can pay by credit card, but they will charge you a nice little processing fee. So we're not going to do that. We're going to pay with bank account. I'm going to pay an individual tax payment. It's going to ask me again. So I will pay personal taxes. In this screen, the IRS is looking for how you want to apply this tax payment. So in the reason, we're going to have a various list of reasons that we can select from. I'm going to walk you through the most common ones, but not all of them. Amended return, you're amending your tax return you owe. So you would select here. Balance due is for your current tax due. So if you're filing your 2024 tax return and you owe taxes, you would select the balance due. And that's where you would make that payment. If you received a notice from the IRS, a CP 2000 is a type of notice when the IRS disagrees with the amount of income that you reported. And so if you are making a payment specific to a notice, you would select it. Estimated taxes are proactive tax payments that you make during the tax year in advance of filing because it's typically done with business owners or individuals who earn income where there's no withholding. And so we do recommend always paying estimated taxes on a quarterly basis. Extension is if you need more time to file, you're filing an extension you're going to owe. We always recommend you make a payment with extension because an extension is an extension to file, not an extension to pay. And if you don't make a payment, interest starts accruing. So today we're going to make an estimated tax payment. It will ask us what forms we want it to apply to. For the estimated tax, it's only going to give us one option. How we picked something else, it would give us various options. So you do want to make sure you know what type of tax you're paying, and you can ask your tax advisor before you get to this screen. Today we're doing estimated tax. It will always ask you what year to select unless there's no options. Right now we can still pay, as of today, a 24 estimated tax payment. That goes away in a couple days and it will just allow us to do the year that it can apply to. So I'm going to make a 24 tax payment. Okay, it's going to ask me to confirm, hit continue. All right, in this screen, because if you've noticed, we've gone into the system to make a payment, but we haven't logged in. And why we do that is that sometimes it complicates things if we log in. It's just easier to make a payment and then verify that we are who we say we are. So in this verification process, it's going to ask you to select a tax year. Whatever tax year you select, say if I selected 2021, then the information that I input below must exactly match what I filed on that 21 tax return. Since it's the recent one's 2023, I will go ahead and input that information and then continue on to the next screen. Filing status is important. If you're married filing joint, again, it has to match whatever year you selected up here. First name, last name, social security number, date of birth, address, and then you're going to have to select this I accept the Privacy Act to hit continue. I will enter my information and I will meet you on the next screen. All right, so I have entered my information. It passed the verification check. Had it not passed, it would have sent me back to that page with some red fields that didn't match and I would have to try again. Once you validate you are who you say you are, now we're going to ask for payment information. So we're looking for how much we're going to pay. We're going to confirm that amount. We will select the date we want it to pay, and then bank account information. So where do we want the payment to pull from? Routing account number. We enter the account number twice and select checking or savings. And then I highly, highly encourage you to click this box so that you can enter your email address and receive an email confirmation. This will help you remember later on exactly how much you paid on what date. So I'm going to enter my information here and I will meet you again on the next screen. Once I enter my bank account, it will ask me to basically agree and authorize the pulling of the amount. Now, I didn't mention this before, but I should have on that as whether if you're paying on a joint return. So if you're married and you're filing jointly, the information that you should pay on should always be to the first person listed on the tax return. So in my case, I pay married filing jointly with my husband and he's listed as the taxpayer and I'm listed listed as a spouse on the tax return. So whenever I make a payment to the IRS, I always make it to his social and his information. Sometimes the IRS cannot apply the payment correctly if you apply it to the spouse that's listed on the return. So just to simplify things, let's not confuse the IRS and always make your estimated tax payments to the first person listed on the tax return. So now I'm on, I've validated my information. I've entered my payment data, my routing number, my checking account number, and the amount. Now I'm on the review page. So I'm not going to scroll down any farther because it shows all my information. So you're basically going to look and validate that you've input everything correctly. And at the very bottom of this page, you're going to scroll down and then you enter your information as the signee to authorize it. So take a second, look through your info, and I'll meet you back on the bottom of this screen. Okay, I've just reviewed my information and scrolled to the bottom to the electronic signature part. I'm going to enter my first and last name and social. Again, I'm entering the information of the taxpayer on the tax return the payment's going towards. I will click I authorize and accept it, and then I will hit submit. All right, you have made a payment or scheduled a payment. You are now on your confirmation page. If you selected the email option, this is going to be emailed to you. If you have not, or you want just to double check, you can print and save this page for your records. It's going to show how much was paid and on what amount and what tax year it applied to. Super important to have for your tax records so that when we go to file your tax return, we're reporting the right amount of information and taxes already paid so that we don't have to pay again and pay twice. So that is how we make a payment to the IRS on the website. Again, this is with the current website as of 2025. And in this example, we did an estimated tax payment. Thanks for joining. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video and would like to see more videos like it, please ring the bell and subscribe to my channel. I'm Julie Merrill. I'm a CPA, and I'm here to help you grow your wealth and save taxes along the way. See you next time.